Let's turn now to Congressman Luis Gutierrez, Democrat of Illinois, who joins us now from Washington. Congressman, you also joined in the call for the boycott of Arizona. Do you agree that that boycott can now be lifted?
I agree totally with my friend Raul Grijalva, the congressman from Arizona. I think we should set aside that issue. And now, since the lawyers for the Attorney General, the federal government, went in to see a federal judge and said, supremacy clause of the Constitution says we are in charge of enacting, developing all immigration law. And the judge says, yes, you are, federal government. And since we know we have a broken system, instead of simply now saying, now that we can set aside the law until the courts continue to review it, so let's begin to listen to what brought about the law in the first place. And that's our broken immigration system. So I would like now to see the same federal government that says we're in charge of the federal law, that has said that it's a broken system, to fix it. I hope tomorrow, I mean this very seriously, the President of the United States can call Senate, the House leadership, set up a team of people to say, I'm going to fix this once and for all, and fix it with comprehensive immigration reform, which really, Lawrence, is what people really want in this country. They want the federal government to assume its responsibility to enforce and to create a system of laws that are enforceable in our immigration system. I certainly want one.
Congressman, this subject seems to dwell on enforcement and border enforcement, and as if there's no other part of this story to be told.
Sure.
In Arizona, for example, we know that immigrants have contributed $776 million in tax revenue. They've provided 66,000 jobs in the state of Arizona. That context is not delivered, it seems to me, in this public dialogue. And it seems that it should be being delivered by your side of this discussion. What do you have to do to get the message out there that this is bigger than border security?
I agree with you totally. Look, we have 12 million undocumented workers in this country. We know that 5 million of them came to the country legally. They came as students, they came as tourists, they came as temporary workers, overstayed their visas, and now they're undocumented workers. Nothing to do with that border. So so it's a false argument that we're going to, but we need to fix the complete system. Look, immigrants contribute billions of dollars. I want them to contribute even more. We know that there are 12 million. An estimate of 12 million undocumented workers. Don't we want them paying all of the taxes required to the federal government? That work is derived from that work? I certainly do. So what I want to do is I want to say, look, let's settle this. I'm for an ID card, right, a Social Security card that has a strip and some biometric that you can swipe to make sure that everybody has one before you can get a job. I think that's a good idea. I'm for putting employers in jail that hire illegal workers. I'm for enforcing the border and putting the kind of resources that are there. So we understand that enforcement are an important part. But look, I'm also for a humane immigration system. And I don't believe in this fantasy, the 12 million undocumented workers, most of whom have been here 10 years or more. 4 million American children, that's the parents, that's 12 million undocumented workers, have 4 million American citizen children, that they're simply going to vanish or disappear. So I'm also for registering them with the federal government, taking their fingerprints, teaching them English, and making them the best American citizens we can make them. And I think that's what America really wants, because you want to know something? Going back to your original premise, they contribute greatly to the prosperity of this great nation. So we're really the challenge. And I just want to say, look, there are Republicans, Jeb Bush, former governor, Connie Mack, the congressman from Florida, from Texas, the governor. There are many people, Republicans, that have said we need comprehensive immigration reform. So look, this is a wonderful, I think, Lawrence, a wonderful opportunity to segue, right, from 1070 in Arizona and say, let's do comprehensive immigration reform so that we don't need every state trying to create an immigration system. We can have one that works for everyone all of the time.
Before we leave 1070, Congressman, the law will, what's left of it, will go into effect at midnight tonight. Do you see problems with what remains in that law?
You know, the most onerous parts of the law, the parts that I certainly spoke to you and others about, have certainly been responded to. And I think we have a wonderful opportunity now to gather all of our forces, because I just want to reiterate this, Lawrence. Look, We went to court and said it's the responsibility of the federal government. We're kind of saying, don't stick your nose in our business. That's what the federal government said to Arizona. Well, you know something? We also have to take responsibility and take, the helm and take responsibility for our immigration and our broken system. Let's fix it so that we don't need any more 1070s. Until we deal with that, 1070 is going to pop up its ugly head some way or another again.
Congressman Gutierrez, thanks for joining us once again on this subject.